We could go. We could go. We could go. We could go. Ooh, 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 yeah.
What up, what up, what up? We are the band Waterseed coming at you for episode number 39 of How Y'all Feeling?
We good though.
Now, today is a very special day. It's the beginning of season 2. Episode 39 has been a crazy year, but more than anything, we're happy to have with us the world-renowned, the great, the man himself, Big Sam.
Sam.
Appreciate it.
That's what's up. So Sam is joining us. We're so excited about doing this whole new thing. It's the first episode of the new year. How'd y'all have? Y'all had a good new year?
Yeah.
So good. Can't complain.
So good. So
Yeah.
what'd y'all
It
do?
was
Anybody
good.
went out and popped fireworks, got in the crowd and got COVID? Anybody?
Yeah.
No.
Nah, it was turned up in my bed, knocked out.
That's the best way to be right there.
About 10:30, I was done.
That's the best way to be right there.
Say,
Pretty much.
I think most people, like when we were out, and I think most people, I mean, there were people out, but it wasn't out, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Like, but we were downtown on Decatur. Nobody had masks.
No mask.
It was crazy. It's
Nobody?
like,
Yeah.
Not even in their hand.
I was
Oh
like,
my
They
with-
just had a drink.
Didn't bring it.
Just drinking
I
no
was
mask.
like, I'm trying to go back to work. Can you monkeys please wear some masks?
Please.
Yeah.
Some masks.
Right.
Some masks.
So,
We tired of being locked up.
that's right. That's right. So we, we had a great situation. We were asked to do the Dick Clark show.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that was dope.
Yeah,
that was
It was
dope.
amazing.
So thank you so much.
I'm
Sam.
jealous, man.
You should not be,
didn't get
sir.
the call.
You
No,
should
no,
not be,
don't.
sir.
I said, well, I can't get the call. They said,
Well,
we got water seat. I said, oh, all right.
Oh, that-
It went like that.
I
It went-
understand.
well, here's how it went. Because everybody been hitting me up. Lou, man, I've been watching the show. I didn't see y'all perform.
I know,
didn't see
right?
y'all didn't read the status. I said we will be on the Dick Clark show, hosted by Big Frida.
No, but soon as you said we will be on the Dick Clark show, that's all they
Folks
read.
don't. They don't read. They don't
Wait,
read.
That's
I
all
got
they
more
read.
specific. I said performance by P.J. Morton. I didn't say
Man,
Water.
it don't matter. though.
He said we will be repping.
Listen,
I said repping.
Repping.
I said
listen.
repping New Orleans.
No, Lou. They read Water Seed is gonna be on Dick Clark. That's all they read.
That's all. The blinders is for everything else. It
There
don't
was
matter.
nothing
It
else.
don't
Nothing
matter.
else
People
about
don't
that
read.
sentence.
They don't
Nah, they don't read. They don't
If
read.
it ain't the first sentence.
Yes.
Well,
They don't read the paragraph.
you know,
They
I
don't.
thought I was like, man, people gonna think we performing. That's why I said,
Yes.
That's what
I was like,
happened.
let me go ahead and like
Nah,
type what it
man.
is we doing. So people
They
like,
don't
oh,
care.
y'all lying. I'm not lying. Read the post.
No.
You can have a post saying you're performing here, this date, this time, everything, location, address, everything. Somebody, hey, where you guys performing?
Sam,
Oh,
now Sam, let me.
God, yes.
Hey,
Now, Sam, let me ask you this question because I get this all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, like in bands and towns and band camp, I don't
Yeah.
always put the time in. And people be like, band members be like, you got to put the specific time. You got to put the specific time. Do you find it being relevant that you put the time that you perform when you post your gigs?
Only if it's a flyer on like my social media pages. But when it's on my website, I don't put a time because people don't really check it out anyway.
Right.
But I put, if we're going on at 10 o'clock, they're going to say 8 o'clock. So I say 8 o'clock p.m. start
Yeah.
time. Because they know they have doors opening and then you go on.
I
Yeah.
put
That's how it
I
goes.
put a generic time, and I always
Yeah.
put about an hour ahead.
Yeah.
But I've had
That's what you do.
mostly band members complain, well, my parents
not
are
an
coming and they
exact
want to know
time.
exactly what it's like, bruh. Don't talk to me about what time your parents come.
You know, people can't get that exactly right, even if you give them the details. Because you say you start at 10, they'll show up at midnight,
Right.
and they're like, "Oh, y'all finished? I thought y'all was gonna be rocking all night."
Yeah.
You mean 4 hours instead of 2? I mean,
But here's the thing, especially when you're on tour, you don't know the nature of the venue.
yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So some venues they have that flux, and you just want people to be in a house. Just come, man. The doors are at this time. Don't call me asking me what time is happening. The doors are at this time. You just come, pay the ticket, and be there. I just want to know it's just me. That's all.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, people were asking me about if we perform too, and I think when you're a band and you say you're gonna be on TV, they're looking for you to play. And I was talking to my family about it, and we were comparing it to Eddie Murphy and Metro. People were like, "But it wasn't funny." They see a comedian, so they like, "This is a comedy movie." So they see a band, and they're like,
yeah.
"Do some songs."
Yeah.
I got you. day.
Right. They don't want you to jump outside of that. Just like all you do, you get up, instrument in your hand, and
Right.
everything.
Hey, some people come to the podcast and they're like, y'all didn't. I watched the whole podcast. Y'all didn't do a song. Well, I mean,
not right now.
yeah, we talking.
Chilling right now.
We got things we want to talk about right
Well,
now.
for all of those questions this season 2, for anybody new joining, we created this podcast because when we're on the road, we have a lot of crazy conversations that come up, all kind of off the ball stuff.
Yeah,
to
all
let
kinds.
give everybody a
All
taste of, who we are as people outside of the stage, and it's great. I'm so happy that we've kind of gotten to a rhythm. Big shout out to our team Magic for redesigning our room. So now we got plants
Behold.
and pictures and moons and bamboo
Color
and
all
so-
throughout.
all this
Oh,
fun.
look,
Right.
it got words up there and stuff.
They put in hard work, so big shout out to them.
That's
Big
nice.
shout out to Sam once again for being here.
Yeah,
Now
that's
that we
happening.
feeling
That's
comfortable and feeling ourselves, we can, like we're gonna have as many guests as we can. Big shout out to Raj Smooth, Gentilly Agency for hooking
Yes,
it up
indeed,
as well.
baby.
So without further ado, we're
greatest
gonna move this
DJ
on to
in the
our
world.
first
Well,
topic.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I'm
Who
sorry.
is we?
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, who we is.
Introduce yourself. Who is this to my right?
Gentleman Sharp with the ashy hands kicking off the new year. That's what's up.
Then this lovely lady. What's your name, sister?
Sinise. Pum 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 pum.
Then we got our special guest, Big Sam.
What's happening, babe? How y'all feeling?
And I'm Lou Hill. That's what it's all about,
See,
baby.
bro. See, man. See.
Oh,
It's a
that,
new year, bro. You supposed to be doing things differently.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
New year, new shade.
Introduce
You know?
what's your name? Introduce yourself.
Of course, I'm the one, the only, the great Raheem Glasser.
I like your little do on the head too.
Yeah,
bro.
it's a good vibe
Trying,
right
we
there.
trying out new stuff this
All
year.
right,
we
that's what's
trying
up.
out new stuff.
Well, without further ado, we're gonna move on to our things. Go ahead, Tiffany. Oh, big shout out to Tiffany, our producer as well. See, I'm just messing up my first
Wow, what's
episode.
that?
She's like,
that's my
you
cousin,
gotta
y'all.
just roll with it.
Sinice's crazy question.
All right. Happy New Year, world.
Yes.
So I'm excited about this particular question.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
We're
Yes,
ready.
I'm ready.
Yes. What do you have
Big
for
Sam,
us?
you ready?
Always, baby.
All right, listen closely. Would you accept a $30,000 a week job where you get paid to sit in a pitch black room and do nothing for 8 hours a day?
Fucking
There's
right.
there's no or.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's easy.
Indefinitely,
Wait.
30,000 a week.
30,000 a
A
week.
week. 8 hours a day.
Wait. Okay, now let me ask you this, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the 8 hours, is it 5 days a week, like a regular job?
Yeah,
So-
regular
All right,
job.
okay, so
Yeah,
8 hours, 5 days a week, just sitting in the dark,
pitch black, 8 hours.
and
Nothing.
at the end of the week, I'm guaranteed 30K.
30,000.
Yes,
You would do it.
yeah, absolutely. All I would do is sleep in there.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm
Right.
saying yes.
I would easily go to sleep. I literally don't have to do anything. Are you serious?
just-
8
it's
hours?
just
I'm
8
just in this
hours.
dark room. I do that anyway. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
Actually, but no, I mean, yeah.
I wish somebody would pay me to do something I do already.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm doing it for
Absolutely.
30K, but I'm definitely I have to change my whole sleep cycle though.
Yeah.
Definitely, I have to because being awake that psychologically would mess you. up.
But you got to think of it not like changing the sleep pattern per se, but just like a job.
No, I'm staying
So-
up all night.
Absolutely.
No, I
and
understand
I'm going
what
to work
you're
from
saying.
yeah.
But say that you're not adjusting the sleep pattern and you're just going to your job.
Oh, you have to be awake.
Right.
How long is my contract?
It's indefinite. It's not.
Oh,
a
okay. So I'm
contract.
I'm doing that for a month or something. So I'm doing it as
No,
long as
I
I can
mean,
tolerate, and then
No,
I'm out.
that's your
That's your career.
that's your career.
If I have to be, so you're saying I have to be awake in the room?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to be
Yes,
awake
it's
in the
not-
room?
because that's too easy. If you can go to sleep, because I adjust my sleep pattern, but it's literally like a job.
You can't have nothing with you.
No, it's literally 8 hours.
So you in solitary
confined.
confinement,
Boom.
dark,
Yes.
8 hours a day.
I can do it.
I'm gonna try to make 2 weeks.
No question.
I'm gonna try to make 2 weeks.
That changes
It's your
things.
right.
That changes
That's
things
it.
because at first I thought that you could go to sleep. Now, if you could go to
Wow, it's too
sleep, that would
easy.
be. I don't think I'd do that. I think I would go
Now
crazy.
you
Well,
change.
well,
Now you
what,
change.
so, Sam, you saying what you doing? You in or you out? Now that you have to be
I'm
awake,
in whether I can sleep or not. I'm in.
you making that 30K a week.
30K a week. I ain't gotta do shit. I'm good.
For how long though?
Doesn't fucking matter. My job is to sit there in the dark and make 30K a week. I'm sitting right there in the dark. I ain't doing shit.
You rolling
I'm
with
good.
it.
Damn, that's crazy. I don't think I could do that.
I can do it. I can sit
I
there
don't
and
know.
meditate. or something.
I mean, it's kind of a risk, right? Because I'm thinking on one hand, I might crack like Denzel Washington in Hurricane,
Absolutely.
and on the
Absolutely.
and on the other hand, I might unlock my powers like 11 on Stranger Things.
Both of those are scary as shit. Like,
So
both of those options are terrifying. I'm sorry.
so I don't know.
That is terrifying.
Once I start, I'm locked in. Like that's my life
your
now.
life. That's your career.
So what I'm doing is I'm taking the job, but I'm not guaranteeing I'm gonna be there long. I'm gonna be like, okay, when I start feeling strange, I'm out. You know, but if I'm stacking 30K a week, I'm gonna mentally prepare myself to stack as much as possible.
Exactly.
Gee
And you can
whiz.
quit at some point. It's not like this is all you have to do. You could quit, right?
That's why I
I
asked
mean,
you if there
but
was a contract.
no, there's no contract, but you have to look at it as more of a career.
Oh, and think about
because if you had that kind of option,
Well,
it's
let's-
easy to get into a contract and say.
also
I'm
think about it
out.
like this. You have to complete the entire week to get that 30,000.
Yeah,
Well, I could make a week.
You
But
know
it's
what?
a career,
I would
though.
do it. I would do it.
I would make
I
a
would
week
do it.
because in that room you would literally like, okay, your brain would start doing stuff to you like in the dark, but your body would adjust to it.
Yeah.
You just have to be in a place where you want to control what is going on. That's all. Because it's not gonna. You can be in a pitch black room. Eventually, your eyes will adapt and like see what's in that room.
8
You know.
hours is a long time.
So,
That's a
but
long
Sinise, what you saying? You posed the question.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do it. I feel like I wouldn't have peace of mind.
Here's the thing. You
With
have a peace of
doing it.
mind because after you're done with the 8 hours, you go back to
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then it's a
Different things.
short amount of time that I'm in daylight, and then I'm going to sleep, and then I wake up, and then I got to go do the same thing. When am I going to spend the money?
people do that anyway.
That's
On the
I was about to
weekend,
say.
man,
That's,
the weekend you go
I
recharge,
mean-
you jump
I
on
mean-
a plane, you out.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
say I wouldn't do it,
Yeah.
but I don't know if, from a mental standpoint, I would be able to really
In
handle
this economy with the COVIDs, I'm signing.
I mean, I would
up.
probably do it.
signing up.
Count me in.
I probably would do it, but it's
I'm
still
in
like
there-
a little
I'm
crazy.
in there
to me.
writing songs in my head.
yeah,
I'm
for
doing
real,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
real.
yeah.
Walk right out of the
Yes.
dark into the studio and be like,
It
I
does,
got to put
yeah.
this down.
Right.
It does unlock a thing of creativity, I feel, by being forced to be in that space.
But see,
I can see
but
that.
what makes it more challenging though is even on your job, you have communication and interaction with other people. Some
Right.
people during the work week, they love their work team and they dealing with stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's tricky just being like so.
I'm an introvert, so I'll just turn into Dracula. I'll become a professional night partier. 30K a week. I'm walking out of the dark. I'll pay people to have champagne right on the other side of the door. As soon as I see light,
Yeah, you
I
can
need a
do
flute.
some stuff. Yeah,
Let's go.
that's true.
off work.
Good question. Good question.
That was
That was a good
Oh,
question.
thank
What
you.
y'all gonna do out there? Oh, I should also mention that. Are we doing this on Monday nights? Are we gonna do our extra thing on Monday nights?
Oh yeah.
I'm down.
Okay, we'll talk about it at the end of the show because we were just talking about this app. But we'll talk about what we're gonna do with it. Check this out. So Big Sam is here. We're gonna talk. Well, let's talk about. He has a new single out. We'll play it a little later. But before we get to our main topic, I want to talk about Sam. What's going on in your world, brother? How COVID treating you?
Pretty good. I've been.
I saw you jamming yesterday.
Yeah, it's getting down, man. Been cool. COVID, I've been negative every single time, so I'm like, good. Thank you, Lord.
Good.
Yeah.
Keeping
That's
the
what's
family
up.
safe.
Yeah, and we did. The whole band we did NCIS, so we'd get tested like a few times a week.
Nice.
Every time we got onto set, we had to test. So I've been cool. We had one scare because I have twin boys, and we hang with another family that has twins too,
Mm-hmm.
and their whole entire family ended up getting tested positive for COVID.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Man.
Shit.
Oh no.
Let's go.
Gotta get tested, but we all came back negative.
That's
and they
good.
went back and they were like, okay, we don't have any symptoms, but they said it was positive, but it was a false positive. So we're all good.
Let me ask you this, man. Didn't you do some dietary changes? Like I thought I saw somewhere that you kind of vegetarian, kind of not.
No, never vegetarian.
Wait,
Nah.
so
Well, you remember back in the day because we go way back.
Yeah, yeah.
We're all new. These guys have been around forever.
Right.
And I used to be 350 pounds. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I had gotten down to like 217. I was ripped, man.
Mm-hmm.
I changed everything. You know.
Yeah.
And once I had kids and stuff, I started picking up a little weight. You know. And then when COVID, I got back up to like 300 pounds though.
Okay.
I was like, oh shit, I got to get back down. So now I just been eating a little bit healthy and just making sure I get back down to like 250. I'm 6'2", man, so I want to be like 250. That's what I'm comfortable at. You know?
Well, that's what I said. I think, you know, and look, I know I've been around people with COVID, but every time I've come back positive, I haven't had any symptoms, any signs, you know, doing healthcare things.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it, man, has to do with like how you treat your body.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, how you treat your body deals with it. So I'm glad that everything's happening in that way. And I see you hustling, not really hustling, man. You're thriving. You handle business. I know you may say, look, I'm hustling, but you're thriving. You're putting on the live shows.
Yeah.
I saw one yesterday. They always packed out, people loving it.
There you are.
You
Thanks.
keeping your stuff going, man.
Oh, yeah.
So that gets us right into our main topic, man. This was a subject brought up by Sinise. And I never thought of this in a million years, but we live in such a instant gratification community, and we talked about that on the show, that deals with stuff that just ain't real. So our main topic today is toxic positivity. So I'm going to talk a little bit. I'm going to read this, and it's like, wow, toxic. Does that exist?
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
if you're
so-
out there and you don't believe it does, absolutely it does.
So I'm going to read, but you know, because I've been reading up on it, so I'm going to read a little bit about it. So for those people who don't know, toxic positivity is the belief that no matter how dire or difficult a situation is, people should maintain a positive mindset, is what it's saying. So this is dangerous because and they give examples. When something bad happens, such as losing a job, people tell you to just stay positive or look on the bright side. After experiencing some type of loss, people tell you everything happens for a reason. When you express disappointment or sadness, someone tells you happiness is a choice. So we're in a society now where people, the issue, that the main problem with what's going on is that people are not locking into the full spectrum of their emotions.
Yeah.
And so they're bottling stuff up. And look, if you believe what you see in your Instagram timeline or your Facebook timeline, you think everybody is paid, everybody works
That
out nonstop,
perception,
everybody
yes.
works well, everybody
Yeah.
party, everybody doing
Yeah.
everything. So it's becoming very quickly a norm to just be happy. Have y'all experienced that? And my perfect example is this. I always use the Apollo. I'm like, you know how these people that's horrible got to the Apollo? They were singing at home, and their mama just kept telling them, baby, you can sing.
Yeah, you got this.
Baby, you
Come
can
on,
sing, baby.
baby.
You can play. You can
Ooh, how does
dance.
this sound
And,
good?
and
Right.
they go to the audition,
It
and
was Apollo.
the Apollo people put them on like, this is going to be hilarious. Yeah,
Right.
you're on the show. Sandman
Those
got to come out for
producers knew.
somebody.
Sandman.
Right. So
Oh,
Sandman got to
man.
come out for somebody. American Idol, the same thing. You
same
know they
thing.
can't. But you need that one person that's going to get the views. And so they go all the way, and everybody's just being so positive, but ain't being real with them. And look, I'll start. I've been accused of being too real with people. Like, if there's like, oh, no, that ain't good. You know, I'm not saying you're a bad person.
Right.
I'm not saying that, but I'm going to be honest with you. So what are some experiences y'all have had with like people in just toxic positivity? Are you one of those people, or are you around those type of people? What's going on?
I'll go first on that
I
one.
know you will.
Yes, I will go first on that one. It happened to me, especially when I was dealing with grief. And the worst thing you could tell a person dealing with grief is that, especially if it's like a parent or something that died, oh, they're in a better place.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you don't know what to say, just be there for them and don't say anything.
Right.
That's
Real.
actually a thing. I promise you, it's actually a thing.
Yep.
You know, because that's the one. They're in a better place. Everything happens for a reason, like the thing said. Oh God, it was so much of like that. It's like, and then it's especially when it comes from people who have never dealt with it before.
Yeah.
It's like, you really don't know what to tell me. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And telling me that it'll get better with time and things like that. It's like, you don't know because you've never even experienced this before.
Well, I think, you know, and I'm listening to you talk, and I've definitely been someone who said stuff like that. And it comes from a place of not knowing what to say. And it's a level of maturity that you get to just, hey, whatever you need, you tell me. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But it takes
That's
it
it.
takes a
That's
minute to
it.
get there, because we're also programmed.
Yeah, we're taught.
And I'm going to say men, I think, are mostly programmed to be fixers. Like, this is the problem. How can I fix you? You know, how can I fix it? How can I make it better? And as you grow older as a man, hopefully you realize that sometimes you don't know the answer, bruh. So the best thing is to just be. So that's what that's my own experience with probably when I've been that, toxic positivity in people's lives. But I hear what you're saying. What you got, Sanish? You got some moments?
Yeah. So
I mean, y'all just jump in too. But
yeah. So one of the things I think was what I hear is it can always be worse.
Yeah.
And I get it, and it can be, and keeping things in perspective to kind of keep a level head. But I think we as human beings have to be allowed to feel and be in that moment to feel whatever that thing is. Don't dwell in it forever, but be in that space and give that time.
Mm-hmm.
But it could always be worse sometimes is a little hard for me. So that would be.
So let me, and I guess I'm real toxic positivity all the time. Because I have been it. I have been that way. And in situations, and because these are things I tell myself, and it helps me. And so what I'm saying is, at times when I'm in a situation where I think it's like I am in the worst situation, I always think about a person who wants to be where I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that does two things for me. That makes me think, well, I need to appreciate where I am and know that other people have it worse. But also what I've learned is that people mostly are looking at the perception of who you are. So even the people who are on the top of the mountain, or you think they're on the top of the mountain, they're dealing with stuff as well. They're dealing with issues that you don't even know about. And some of them was like, I wish it was back when, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, have you experienced this, Sam, where people are just, they don't get it, especially in the music industry?
Right, especially in the music industry. And we can even go back to like, so say like right after Katrina, 2005, my mom passed away. And then like in 2012, my grandpa passed away. Two major figures in my life, and people were like, like you say, it could be worse, it get better, they're in a better place. I'm like, fuck that, I want them here right now.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
And you've been through Katrina.
Exactly, and we've been through Katrina, and it's just like dealing with all of that. And like now when like if I'm just trying to consult someone, I'm just like, condolences to your family. I'm here for you, whatever you need, things like that. And that's just a better way to take on it. But yeah, I've dealt with it a lot. But at the same time, like myself, I'm also a realist, So when it comes down like being real with people, I try to have some couth and like, tell them, hey, like this is what it is. And I might give them like 3 times before I really get like, hey, that's not what's up, like check this out, do this or whatever. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And if it doesn't work, I just back off. I don't want to be too pushy on somebody. So if they're not taking heed to what I'm saying, I just leave them alone. Like, it's on you. It's your decision overall.
Yeah. They gotta make the choice for themselves, and it's very tricky. I find that in music, and this is what I've discovered. Well, Jay, go. I'll do my point after.
I've definitely experienced it. I see toxic positivity as an event. It's a happening more so than it's a label. Yeah. I wouldn't tell somebody you're a toxic positive. I wouldn't say that to you. But it's like a thing that can happen, and it usually is born out of the best of intentions.
Yeah.
And I grew up not realizing it, but learning later in life that reflecting on my life, I was growing up with anxiety and depression, and I didn't understand what was happening to me. So I would try to express it to people, and they would offer me perspective. That's all I would get back from people was perspective. And I was like, well, I can't just be talked out of these feelings. I'm not feeling this way because I'm missing something. I'm not unable to realize that I have a family and I go to a good school and I have a talent that people appreciate. Those are things I know, yet I feel the way I do. So people didn't know how to hold that space. And one of the simplest things you can tell a person is, wow, that sounds hard. And that's the entry point into understanding that you're having a struggle. Because a person doesn't need to be talked out of that moment. They just may need a moment. And if they never get the moment becomes more perpetual. So it's like you could put that speed bump in somebody's struggle just by acknowledging that it is a struggle. Now, later on, I learned how to deal with these things and be able to create contentment and sustain feelings of happiness. And now, because I learned that you can only identify somebody else's level of anxiety when theirs is higher than yours. So by learning to bring mine down, I realize other people are struggling too, and I can be sensitive to it and tell them, wow, that seems hard. And usually that mitigates what they're going through a lot more easily, because I knew what that felt like for people to sort of say that I'm having a vibe and that vibe is problematic for them, and it's like I'm wrong for the way I feel.
Right. Well, I think look, and this is something that I don't know if the school of music that we came out of ever had. But I know that it seems like the school of music in New Orleans right now, like we were destroyed. It's like we were destroyed and rebuilt in the classroom.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you want to be here, you're going to either want to be here, or you're going to cry, and you're going to leave and go do something else.
Yeah.
Right. And that's how we were reared. But I find that in music, in the generations that's coming up now, they're unrealistic and they're lying to each other about how good they are.
Yeah.
And so what's happening, I'm not going to be able to
specifically here.
I think in general, I think as a society, we are so stuck on the positive all the time that we're losing the development that needs to happen. In other words, if I drop this phone on the table and you say, "Oh, that's perfect," and there's 50 other ways to do it better, but you haven't told me those 50 other ways. You say, "Oh, just keep doing it." It's like somebody got to tell you, "Man, you suck. Don't do it another way." You know what I'm saying? Do something else. Right. And so I find, and look, there are a lot of really creatively talented young musicians. Now, I will say this, technology, like we ain't had that. You know, you had to go to the piano, if you're lucky you had a keyboard. You had to imagine how these parts sounded together. You
write it out.
Right. And man, okay, think the bass doing it. Okay, I hope that, and you put it together. Now you can sit down and do it yourself. So there's a whole different level of accessibility but I feel like with the technology that's there, it's even more important that people understand the theory behind it. And I think there's a lot of stuff that's just happening in music that is really, I think there are a lot of talented people that could be better if people are just being honest with them sometimes. And look, this social media is the king of your friends running around you, cheering your ass on. And
that comment section is dangerous.
And it's like, I mean, do y'all see that happening a lot? Like with people just cheering, it's like,
yes, honey.
It's like, what are y'all listening to?
Yeah.
You sound amazing.
Really? Oh.
But see, as a friend, that's not helping you get better, though.
Nah.
That's not helping you get better. It's
No.
not, it
Or
is
what
it
about
is.
like auto-tune? I mean, would that be constituted?
I mean, there's magic to that too, but it's still like, if you really want to compete, you still got to know what's happening under that. You know what I'm saying? But literally, people will put themselves on auto-tune and say, "I can sing,"
and then everybody cheers them on.
But it's one thing. It's like, you're working at getting better. You're taking lessons, and auto-tune helped you, but you're still developing. That I'm kind of okay with that. But if you just like, this is what it is, I'm the shit.
Now that I can give partial credit for auto-tune because you tried to sing it and it helped you get your idea out. Partial credit. Where I can't give any credit is when you take pre-made loop libraries and you stack them together like Legos and say you made a song.
Bro,
You didn't do no crate dig. Look, I got nothing against sampling, but you didn't sample this. Right. You took samples that somebody else sampled that all of them work well together. Right. All of them. And you're like, I like this one. I like this one. You can't get it wrong. Right. And you put them together and you're like, yeah, I made a song. Yeah.
That's how most music is done. And, I'm not going to promote the websites, but there's several websites you can put. I want tempo at 100. Wow, I want a trap sound. Crazy. I want the key to be B flat, and you could get every instrument in there. Get the chord progression.
Hey, and it's fun. It's fun. Go do it. Yeah. I like Legos too. It's a lot of fun. I encourage anybody who's interested in production to start there. Yeah. But you can't post that joint and be like, I have made fire. Like you can't.
Bro, it's beyond that.
Money,
people
though.
making
That's
millions.
the
People
thing.
making millions off it. It's a balance. Right. I'm like, even if you're gonna do that,
know what you're doing.
Get somebody to get the changes for you. Okay, this is the actual chord progression. Okay, cool. Maybe you like the way it was mixed.
Right.
So you're like, okay, I can't reproduce that sound, but let me at least find out what chord that is, what's happening, what key is that, and deal with it. I'm cool with that, but it's just like, Cats, you're right. Or Lego.
Yeah, you could use a few. Use a few. Use a few.
Right. Don't. Oh, I got these bass. I got these drums. I got
Yeah.
I got
Use a few.
Yeah, but some.
Yeah.
That's my shit. I created it.
That ain't right.
You just
Right.
you Legoed it in.
Yeah.
So, and we're gonna wrap this up in a second, but I have to bring this into the relationship. You know, most of our listeners here are women between the ages of 25 and 45. Thank you, sister.
Hello, ladies.
And so the
Hello.
relationship part of it is you know somebody with somebody they shouldn't be with. You know it. And you just like, girl, just stay with him. Stay with her. Keep it going. What's happening? I want to show you an example of this. I want to show you an example
What?
of this. And this is not,
People do that?
this is not a Lou Hill Ruins, but I saw this picture
What you got?
and I was like,
This
this
is
is
somebody's relationship.
this is has she gone too far? Would you help her out?
Oh my goodness.
Is that a feeding?
Would
No.
y'all help her out?
You just wait till you see it.
So it's for the people in podcasts. It's this young lady who's
I'm not.
just
All
she's
right.
taking care of her man. She's like he likes his toes sucked, and it's very interesting. So
Look
you
like
helping your homies out if they're in a bad relationship, or you staying out of it. I know the relationships are complicated.
Y'all can't see my face, but my face is.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? To me that's less about the relationship and more about the spread of fungus.
That's
Right.
Right.
Like I don't know what kind of man he is, but
Damn.
if his feet are any reflection, I mean, dang, she need to put those feet in a bowl of spaghetti. It's like he about to have mushrooms coming up out of them feet.
She should have showed herself washing his feet first.
Right.
A video and then painted the toenails.
No.
should've
Them
never-
toenails. He had toenails growing on top of.
That could have been edited after the fact, like
never even showed.
right.
They put this condom on that toe.
Right.
He should have never even showed his feet.
I
to
don't even
begin
know.
with.
But
Like,
he took that picture, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's another picture of him taking the picture.
oh
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
And he's like taking a picture of her, you know. But hey, if that's her man, she's keeping her man good.
You know what?
I'm gonna be like,
It's
Nah,
not my
I
business,
probably
though.
would say
That's
something.
gross.
I wouldn't say shit. I'm like,
I would definitely tell her to delete that.
Nah, I'm
the guy
sorry.
let it go. See, he's in the
Nah,
background
look,
back there
no,
taking pictures.
uh-uh.
He's chilling.
But you
My
know,
homegirl would not.
I'd
No,
be like-
she would need to know
I'm like,
that
yo,
she
you all-
shouldn't
you
be
all on
posting
social
that.
media sucking
You
his
know what?
toes, huh?
Ashy too. They ashy.
I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows what his feet look like because
He
he's
knows,
spending
man.
8 hours a day in the pitch black for $30K, and he was able to pull her. I can't be mad at that.
30K a week. This is 30K a week.
He didn't know his feet looked like that.
You know what doesn't matter. What that phone- you-
Yeah, the money's still green.
Well, look, y'all. Look,
Ooh, the feet look
I think-
trifling.
I think the most
disgusted.
important thing out of everything else is we have to keep it positive, especially in these times. But there's a way to do it. So here's some
There was
examples
nothing positive about that.
about them sucking them toes. About them sucking them toes.
It could
She
be worse.
tested
It
positive.
could- she didn't test positive. If she's still living after sucking them toes, she immune.
She got the COVID.
Yeah.
She got to go
She got the Tove. Come on, we gotta say Tove. We got. Come on.
She's got the Tobit.
Right, he got an A.
So
Hey.
let's talk about
COVID?
Tove got me an A, bro. Don't hate.
Oh my God.
let's talk about our toxic positivity stuff real quick, and we'll wrap this one up. Instead of saying it'll be fine, say how can I help you? Instead of saying you should smile more, say is everything okay? Instead of saying don't worry about it, say what can I do to make things less stressful for you? Instead of saying it could be worse. Hey, that was on your list. Say this is tough. Can I do anything? Good job, Jay. Instead of saying don't be so negative, say it must be hard. Tell me about it. Instead of saying always look on the bright side, say it's hard to be the good in this situation, but we'll make sense of it when we can. And the last one is instead of saying think happy thoughts, say I know things can get really tough. I'm here for you. So that's what our toxic positive
Approved.
people
Approved.
Nice.
I tend to
I love
dabble
that.
in.
Très bien. Très bien.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna say the other stuff.
what you see? That's why you're so disobedient. You're gonna say the right stuff instead of the wrong
Yes,
stuff.
yes. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say the
the
other
right
stuff
stuff,
because all of that sound really like if that was told to me, I would feel A-okay. I promise you.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel pretty good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say the
Yeah.
other stuff.
Well, we definitely have to talk about this. Big Sam, Funky Nation, y'all just released a new single,
That's right.
and it's called "Blessed Be the Fruit." Tell us,
Yeah.
tell us about it. It's funky, boy.
Thanks,
tell
man.
tell us
Appreciate
about
that,
it,
bro.
bruh. Tell us about it.
It's called Blessed Be the Fruit. I originally started to do a playoff. What's the show? Hand.
I knew it. I knew it. That's what I thought about.
Yeah, I started to, and even on the cover, I was gonna do like something with like the ladies in the bed, and I said, wait, I don't want anybody to think I'm condoning rape or anything. So I was like,
Right.
okay, let me not do that, and just made it funky and fun. And we all know what the fruit is. You dig?
That's right.
Hey, bless it.
Bless
You
it.
know, that's right. So check it out.
Well, we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it. We're gonna play it. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, this is Big Sam Funky Nation, Big Sam Funky Nation's latest single, "Blessed Be the Fruit." We're gonna talk a minute about some other stuff that's happening with Sam.
Y'all wanna hear it? Here you go.
Blessed Be the Fruit.
Why you playing these games? What I gotta do to get your name? You got what it takes, full speed ahead, don't hit the brakes. Why, oh, why? So damn tempting, my, oh, my. Wanna see you walk away, baby, please stay. You got that juice box, time to let it loose. You got that juice box. Blessed be the fruit. Oh yeah. You got that juice box. Time to let it loose. You got that juice box. Blessed be the fruit. We make the perfect fit. Thicker than Snicker and the bull grits. I've been watching you, watching me, watching, while I'm watching you. You made my day, looking so good, call you Chick-fil-A. Wanna see you walk away, baby, please stay. You got that juice box, time to let it loose. You got that juice box, blessed be the fruit. Oh yeah, you got that juice box, time to let it loose. You got that juice box, blessed be the fruit.
What up? What up? What up?
Yeah.
Blessed be the fruit. Oh,
Blessed
baby.
be the fruit.
We love it. Look,
Nice.
Sam, I see what you did there. See, I know with the WAP happening. See, you just said, "Yep, we're gonna throw it on there too." We agree. We're gonna check that box and
That's
say
right.
the juicy
That's right.
juicy box. Blessed be the fruit. That joker is funky.
Yes, indeed,
Funky,
baby.
funky, funky,
You see
funky,
the one I
funky.
posted with Megan Thee Stallion on it?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hey.
yeah, yeah. I saw that with her dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They took it off her profile. I said, God damn it.
Oh,
But
that's messed up.
it was getting a lot of views too. I mean, it's Megan, so why not?
Right. No,
Yeah, right.
it was hot, man.
The juice box,
The juice box.
Yes, baby.
not like high C, not like the juice.
Oh,
box.
you know what he
Sure.
talking about.
Sure.
He
See,
talking about.
The beautiful thing about the juice box is that it can be anything you want it to be.
Ooh, come on now. Anything you want it.
Call it anything you want it to be.
Sometimes we like him what we want.
We like the ones that end up on shag rugs.
Oh Lord. Always got to bring the shag rugs back up, huh, Harold? Huh, Harold? You got to bring the shag rugs back up, huh, Harold?
Time.
Well, look, that's perfect. We have the link at the bottom. Go see Sam. Check him out on Spotify. We about to
Go.
close out, but we can't do it without doing this. It's that time of day, and let me just say that I am not responsible for the words, nor anybody at this table. Our Waterseed Music Group, or Moonrise Entertainment, is responsible for any of the words that proceedeth out of this young man's mouth. Now it's time for what we call it.
Just a tip. Okay, first of all, it's not that bad today. It really isn't.
That's when it's bad.
No. Seriously, it's not that bad today. I'm just gonna give you 2 rules. You have the golden rule, which everyone knows: do unto others that you would like done unto you.
Okay.
But you have the platinum rule that people don't pay attention
Oh, okay,
to.
there's something bigger than that one. Okay.
Yes. Do unto others as they would like to be done unto.
Hey,
Oh, okay. Now you went deep. I see it.
Ah,
You
I
went
like
deep there.
that.
That's your first, just the tip of the year. Raheem Glaspie
It
Thank
went
you.
giving it
deep.
to you.
Thank you.
And don't meditate on that too long because, get in trouble. All right,
Contracts get involved.
so look, it's a new year. We're happy to be here. The room feels great, fresh, and clean. It feels we're so happy to have Big Sam kick this off as our first
thank you again. Thank you.
first
Pew,
one,
pew, pew, pew.
episode 39.
Woo!
And the first episode of the season. We're happy to be doing this. Remember, Waterseed drops a single every first and third Wednesday of the month.
First and third.
Waterseed, first and third Wednesday. Check out Sam's stuff. Sam, you got another single that you're working on. You going to the studio right
Yeah,
now?
I'm going to the studio as soon as I leave here, and hope to have it dropped within the next 2 weeks.
Man, hit us
Nice,
up. Hit us
dope.
up. We promote that too, bro.
Called Mardi Gras, New Orleans.
Let's
Mardi
go.
Gras, New
Let's go,
Orleans.
Big Sam.
We gonna get it. We gonna
That's
get
up.
it.
All day.
Also, we're gonna try something new. There's this new app called Clubhouse. I know you all have been. This
Oh,
new app
joy.
called Clubhouse. What we're
Have
gonna
you been
do.
to the Moon Room? All right, we ain't got to talk about that. Go ahead.
We're
Go
not-
ahead. We ain't got to talk about that. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Do what you're doing, Luke. I'm sorry
What
about that.
happens in the morning? I got
Well, so they have different rooms on the app, right? And one night I was just like looking up rooms.
Yeah, you were just looking up rooms. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just looking up rooms. Don't come for me, Lou. First of all, put my business out there.
Tell 'em about
And,
the room quick.
And it said $500 to moan, and I literally go in the room and there are people moaning for $500. Literally.
Nice.
it
Nice.
was
Savages. We just savages.
And did you win?
We're savages.
Oh, did I? I mean, I won the second round. But listen, it doesn't matter. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about, go ahead, tell people what you.
All right, so look. the thing about this happens. This ain't true. This happens every week. So we've been trying to figure out how to get the audience, the listening audience, involved. So every Monday night, 9:00 Central Standard Time, we're gonna start a room. We'll call it like Waterseed After Dark, or We Good Though After Dark or something. We're gonna log on and we're just gonna talk about the subject. So this Monday, we got to figure out what our subject's gonna be, but we'll talk about the previous show, and talk about up and coming topics, and talk to some of the fans about it to see y'all reaction and stuff like that. So go to Clubhouse, download it. It's not available on Android devices yet. Sorry, Android people, because it's just in beta mode. But go to Clubhouse, download it.
You know what that means?
Look
people
for
with
us. The
Androids.
room
That
will
don't mean
be
jack.
called
What is that?
the
This is the Android.
Android.
So she won't be.
Yeah, just like everybody got iPhones. Anyway, it's called Waterseed After Dark. Look for it on Clubhouse.
So I got a Clubhouse now because you're gonna be on there.
Yes, you need to come on, Sam,
Yes,
so that we
absolutely.
can have we could joke
You can
about
talk
some
about
stuff.
the juice box.
We can talk about the juice box. Blessed be the fruit, baby.
Blessed be
Okay,
the fruit.
okay.
Are y'all thirsty?
Hey,
So
The fruit juice room.
checking in Big Sam's fruit juice.
We'll have at least 500-600 people in there. We named the room Juice Room.
Bring your own juice. Bring your
Bring
own
your own juice.
We're not responsible for juice sharing. That's all it is. Okay. All right.
COVID.
See, y'all always get us to go too far. That's the end of the show. All right. Anyway, we have a lot of exciting shows planned for this year. So tune in. It's every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.
11
Facebook, you can
a.m.
find us. People in podcast world, you can find us anywhere podcasts happen. But if you want to see us doing it, it's Facebook. Go to Water Seed. Also check out Big Sam. He's at Funky Big Sam on Instagram and was on Facebook.
Big Sam's Funky Nation on Facebook.
Follow him
All
if you
right.
don't know him. You've been asleep. This dude has been.
Wake up now.
He's actually, and he doesn't notice, but Big Sam's Funky Nation, I took a lot of tips from what he was doing when Water Seed was still developing and implemented it in Water Seed. So you've been a big,
I appreciate it.
big,
man.
big inspirations, bro.
Anytime, man.
So that's
I love y'all, man. I know I've told you time and time again. You know, like a lot of cats from New Orleans like to just get on stage, and then a lot of musicians, period, all over the world, they like to get on stage, sing songs, and play their instruments, and that's it. Nah, y'all motherfuckers put on this show. Y'all have to dance and sing, the choreography, everything is always on. You know, it's
That's
Hey,
you too. That's you too,
hey.
brother.
Yeah.
That's you too, brother. So we
Thanks,
look,
man.
look, man, full circle. I definitely, studied a lot of the stuff you've done, and we all have, bruh. So big shout out. Thanks for being on the show.
Anytime, dude.
And we gotta have
Yeah,
you
we
back.
know.
And Big Sam's Funky Nation, check them out. We are Water Seed, and that's a wrap for 2021. 2020
that.
is
Look at
done.
that.
We're rolling. So any closing remarks from anybody?
Happy New Year.
I'll put on lotion before the next one.
I didn't put on lotion either. So
I lotion before I got out the car, I think.
good job.
Yeah, I always put on. I always put on my shea butter. You know,
I'll bring some lotion for y'all, man.
Thank
'cause
you.
It's,
You know, just get the bucket and
it's
just sit it here on the
trifling.
table.
Help a brother out.
Don't put the lotion
Lotion
bucket
for
on
the
the
juice
table.
box.
That don't look right.
Lotion for
The
the
lotion on the table don't look right.
yeah, it does send a different message.
The lotion on the table looks good.
Lotion and some Kleenex next to it.
Hey, I was watching a YouTube
Raheem,
video.
Raheem.
That's my other tip for the day.
Use that tip well.
That's a tip, all right. Anyway, we got to get out of here before who knows what's gonna happen. We got to get out of here. Our producer Tiffany's like, yeah, what's it? Okay, so look here.
You gotta do it after Corona without the mask so I can breathe.
No, we got it. When everybody after
My glasses fogging up, like,
they figure out what's happening, we can we gonna do this as much as possible. Without further ado, how y'all feeling?
We good though.
Cue that funky music right. Yeah.
We could go. We could go.